Hi, Mark here at 911 Rapid Response and Vengeant Apparatus. Behind me, we have the Vengeant Surge that we built. We are very proud of our apparatus line that we have started here at 911 Rapid Response. You will see a dealer network go out throughout the United States, and it will offer a high quality product to our first responders. I'm going to go over to you with the Surge to give you some insight of what we are building. So in the front of the vehicle here, we have a typical XLT F550 Ford chassis that we got from our local Ford dealership. We have the Ion 500 series, the V500 series here on the front of the grille. Also, we have them here in the side front fender. What we do is just little things that you can't see right here, but behind the scenes. For instance, this light is held on with a riv nut versus trying to get a nut on. So for any warranty replacement and that type of stuff, we try to keep that courtesy in mind when we're building our apparatus. So you can see how everything is synchronized here in the front of the truck. That is because we are using Whelen carbide. And what Whelen carbide does is we set all our modules in this entire truck to steady burn, and we let the system itself actually flash the module. It does a lot of things. Number one is we can actually use less lighting and get more and a lot better, more safer emergency response and warning power into intersections and just the whole way around the truck. Synchronized lighting to a lot of people, especially the first responders, don't think of it as a big deal. But here at Rapid Response and Vengeant Apparatus, we do consider that a big deal because synchronization of lights is very important for safety of everybody. On the top of the vehicle, we have the Whelen Liberty 2 light bar. In the center of it is a emitter device, which is an infrared device, which is why you do not see it flashing. The position on the slider switch right now is slider switch position 3, which is why you see the white flashing. When we go to slider switch position 2, it would just be red flashing. Around the side of the vehicle here, we have our extruded aluminum body module that we built. So why is extruded aluminum important? It's extremely important. It's extremely strong, okay, versus a formed body. Formed body really is nothing else than taking metal and metal, putting a joist at the center of it and welding it. Okay, what extruded aluminum does is this is actually a formed corner. So this corner is extremely strong, and in that corner we basically have a joint that our other aluminum material will come in, go into that joint, and then we weld the backside of that joint from top to bottom. So it creates a continuous, extremely strong corner, which is our exterior of the truck to keep this thing lasting for a very, very long time. 2x3 box tubing is used throughout the entire structure. We tell you that because, again, we're going back to strength. Everything is fully welded the whole way around. We do not just tack weld or weld one side. Everything is welded. Unfortunately, you can't see it because we have everything put together. We have a drip rail across the top, and then we have roll-up doors in this unit. We can do roll-up or we can do swing open doors. Industry standard right now is generally a roll-up door. This roll-up doors are made by ROM, and then they also have a lighting inside of it. So roll that door up, and if you notice, our compartment here, our transverse compartment is huge. One of the ways that we're able to do that, again, is with our strength and engineering that's in the backside of this, allows us to do this without losing any integrity or strength of our body by creating this big of a hole opening. So you can see it's a full transverse compartment. We do have a transverse slide out tray in here as well. This tray slides out both sides, which is nice. And then all our compartments, just by default, we are putting in unistrut on the wall. So if we ever have to later do tool mounting, or we ever have to put another adjustable shelf or shelving, we can do that and not cause any issues with any welding to the inside of it, because we do have the inside also coated with a spray-on bed liner material, which, as you see, is a gray material here. As we go back through the truck, we have our diesel fill and our DEF fluid fill. This truck is a diesel truck, so that bottle is there. We have a wheel chalk area, another one of these 500 series lights here on the side. These are really nice too, because when you're parked along the road, you actually get some side warning here down the side of the truck, you know, versus just a light that might point straight out the side. The very back compartment, adjustable shelf, nice big tall compartment here to put equipment in. Again, we can put 2 shelves, 3 shelves, and we also have options as far as, and even the pull-out shelves that drop down, all customizable, all stuff that we can adapt to. Notice here on the outside we have an outside plug. So what's nice with this truck too is we have an outside plug here to plug the truck in to keep it obviously charged when it's sitting in your fire station. But when it does that, it also puts 110 to our outlets, which we have in this compartment and also in the back side of the truck. So when that truck gets plugged in, we have 110 supply to those outlets. When the truck gets unplugged and we start the truck up and drive it down the road, we again have 110 to those outlets, which is really nice. We come into a lot of issues where a lot of apparatus only maybe have power to those outlets when the truck's plugged in. Unlike our application, our system is doing it both ways, and it's going to automatically do that for you. Around the back of the vehicle, we have some chevrons that are installed here, single piece layer chevrons. These are not overlays, which is nice. We have 900 M9 series, 900 series lights by Whelen mounted on the back. This is actually a warning light in the top with a scene light model on the bottom, keeping the area nice and clean and open. We have the stacked light, which has an emergency light, a reverse light, a turn light, and then a brake light, tail light function in here, our license plate. This is at one of those outlets I was talking to you about. We can do obviously other multiple outlets. This truck just has one on the back, so if you need to plug a Sawzall or something in, you have the ability to do that. Our running boards as well are all custom made here. We actually have grip strut in these to protect any fall or anything like that. Gives you a real nice surface to stand on. If you notice, there's a little compartment down here. That was just one of those compartments that we had space, so we made a compartment out of it. Somebody might tend to find and put in road flares or maybe winch mechanisms or cables or something to that aspect that you might be able to keep storage down in that area. On the back here we have a roll-up door. So if you notice the side roll-up doors, you need a header, what we call a header space in here to handle that roll. Well, by doing that in the back, what happens is you make the hole smaller. So instead of doing that type of a roll-up door, this is still a ROM door, but it's a garage door style door, letting that door go up into the headliner because we have the space to be able to do that. So we have a nice big hole opening here in the back, a pull-out tray as well. So it gives you nice storage capabilities. And again, we have the unistrut mounted on the inside that we can even put other shelves or do other storage mounting like for Stokes baskets and that type of stuff. Okay, we're in the inside of the vehicle here to show you some of the outlines that we did inside here. Custom made console that we made, and it has a material that we spray on actually in-house here called a Shark X lining. The wheel and control head is mounted here in the console along with our door jar switch, and then our power status display up here, which is actually for our inverter, gives us our voltage and that type of stuff. We also extended the USB plug that's on here from the vehicle into the console, so you can still actually get to the USB plug, which is for phone and that type of stuff. And then we have a 12-volt outlet in here as well. Now to go over functionality of the actual control box, so we have a ton of function here with the Whelen control head that's mounted here in the console. Again, this is the carbide controller. We have a slider switch 1. What slider switch 1 is going to do, it's going to turn on our arrow stick in the back into a warning mode. It's going to turn on some lower level lighting the whole way around the truck as well. Slider switch 2 is going to add the rest of our red warning lights in the vehicle. And then slider switch 3 is going to add in our white flashing lights. So I'm going to turn that off for right now. And then if you go to, we have radio broadcast, we have hands-free, we have two-tone siren, yelp, piercer, manual, and horn. If you notice a two-tone there, the guys are playing around. We have a European tone on it, along with a power call. Believe it or not, it's extremely effective to move traffic. Left alley, takedowns, right alley, rear scene. So what this does is when we do this is we're actually have that left scene light come on our body and also in the light bar itself. And then our front scenes, we're having our front Pioneer pole lights that are mounted on the front of the body come on with this button. And then that's also turning the takedowns on in the light bar as well. We have a low power button, which is unique. We can actually control that through the carbide and dim all the modules on the truck. So at nighttime, we can just push low power and actually bring all the modules down to a dim. We have some other functions here across the bottom that we have hooked up as well in different auxiliary switches. The vehicle also has ground lighting the whole way around, and we have also included step lighting as well, that when you open the door, the OBD2 on the truck is talking to the carbide system, and then that is turning on the step light. So it's turning on actually when we open up the corresponding door, which is a very nice function. Again, it's for safety as well. The arrow stick on the back is very unique in a way that instead of mounting just an arrow stick to the back of the truck, we actually use Whelen T-Series ions. And they are mounted on the back, and we are programming each ion out of the Whelen unit here to make it do exactly what you see it doing here in the control panel. But when I push left arrow stick, them ions now will go into a left arrow stick mode that's on the back. So what's nice with that is number one, it's a lot cleaner look. It gives us a light module, unlike arrow sticks that stick, sometimes several inches away off the body. These are very, very slim units. So it's nice for that aspect. There's a center out, and then there's just right. So it gives a nice feature in that aspect. The other nice thing that we're doing as well with those ions in the back of the truck is the center two are red marker lights as well. So when the truck just has a marker lights, it gives us our upper center marker lights, which is a nice function that we can add. So for the backup camera in this unit, we're using a Roscoe backup camera with an LCD screen mounted here on the windshield. And what we're doing with that is when the vehicle is placed in reverse, obviously the backup camera will come on. You can manually turn it on as well. So if you just need to see if you're sitting somewhere, you can do that as well. So a good instance might be is if you're in park and somebody's loading the truck, you can still see what they're doing back there. We also then obviously remove the rear view camera, or the rear view mirror, excuse me, because we can't see through the rear view mirror because we look at a module. So we use the same bracketry and make our own bracketry to adapt to that rear view mirror mount. So we are proudly to release our Vengeant Apparatus line, and if you are interested in any apparatus, we would be more than happy to talk to you. Again, this model here that's behind me is the Surge. We also have other models as well. The Cyclone is our mini pumper version of this, obviously customizable as well with different style pumps in it, ground sweeps, larger tires, brush guards, the whole 9 yards we are able to do. And we have other series open as well that'll be coming online with us in different versions. So if something that you like to talk about with the department, we are extremely affordable. We take much pride in our craftsmanship and also obviously safety for our first responders. So please give us a call at 717-473-3843 and just ask someone to talk about apparatus, and we would be more than happy to talk with you and your department about your next purchase.